Let's shift focus to the war front. Ukraine, for the first time, has admitted that Russia's military has crossed into Dnipropetrovsk. But Russia has been claiming that it has done so throughout the summer. It has entered the area, making incursions on a regular basis. The admission comes as the efforts to chalk out a peace deal seemed to have hit a stalemate, and it has faltered in the recent days. Despite efforts led by the US President Donald Trump, Trump has again said that he is prepared to impose economic sanctions against Russia if Vladimir Putin fails to agree to a ceasefire. But Trump also took a shot at Ukraine's Zelensky, saying he was not exactly innocent either, and it takes two people to tango. Trump has been pushing for the meeting between the two leaders.
I want to see that deal end. It's very serious what I have in mind if I have to do it, but I want to see it end. I think that in many ways he's there. Sometimes he'll be there and Zelensky won't be there. You know, it's like, who do we have today? I got to get them both at the same time. But I want to have it end. We have economic sanctions. I'm talking about economic, because we're not going to get into a world war.
Trump also dismissed a question related to Russia not recognizing Zelensky's legitimacy. Taking a question directed to his special envoy Steve Witkoff, Trump said, "Everybody's posturing, using an expletive to describe it." And this past weekend, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said that Putin will not sign a peace deal with Zelensky because Russia views Zelensky as an illegitimate leader.
Doesn't matter what they say. Steve can answer, but I can answer too. Doesn't matter what they say. Everybody's posturing. It's all bullshit, okay? Everybody's posturing. Steve, do you have a different answer?
I agree with you, sir.
Meanwhile, Zelensky has stressed that Ukraine will be as ready as possible for talks with Russia to end the war, but said he believed Putin was still trying to evade negotiations. He said that Turkey, Gulf states or even Europe could host the talks with Russia, adding that it now primarily depended on the US to put pressure on Russia.
This week, there will be contacts with Turkey. There will be contacts with the Gulf countries, with the countries of Europe, which can serve as platforms for talks with the Russians. On our side, everything will be as ready as possible to end the war. It is important that the partners confirm this. And in the future, everything will depend solely on the will of world leaders, primarily the United States of America, to put pressure on Russia.
On the battlefront, Ukraine has acknowledged that Russia's military has crossed into the eastern industrial region of Dnipropetrovsk and is trying to establish a foothold. While a senior official admitted the Russian wins, he also told media that their advance had been stopped. Russia has claimed throughout the summer that it has entered the area. In Russia's Rostov-on-Don, an apartment building caught fire after a Ukrainian drone attack. As per authorities, debris from a destroyed Ukrainian drone sparked the fire. Authorities also claimed that Russian anti-aircraft units destroyed 10 Ukrainian drones over 3 different parts of the Rostov region. Meanwhile, Hungarian Foreign Minister Peter Szijjártó said that his country may reconsider electricity supplies to Ukraine after Ukrainian drone attacks on the Druzhba oil pipeline. He accused Ukraine of open anti-Hungarian policy and hinted that Budapest could create difficulties for Kiev in the energy sector. Now, in New York, the UN Security Council, UNSC, discussed the Nord Stream pipeline blast nearly 3 years after the sabotage shook Europe's energy security. It called for patience and restraint regarding ongoing investigations into the sabotage of the Nord Stream gas pipelines in 2022. Russia has called for an investigation as German authorities recently confirmed the arrest of a Ukrainian national as part of the probe.